Sauna time again. Thought I'd share some more thoughts while I'm sitting here sweating ass in my sauna. This one, I guess you could call zoom out. It's a technique that I use anytime I think I'm having a bad day. My life is not full of bad days by any means. I'm very, very fortunate. Some of that is by design. I work hard to keep things simple and drama-free, but there's always something, right? I have several family members that are in the process of moving. My dad has a surgery scheduled coming up, etc., etc. There's always things to be concerned about. But here's the thing. When I zoom out, I'm no longer looking right in front of me as to what the problem is, what's bothering me. When I zoom out, what I mean is I go outside and I pick the farthest point on the horizon that I can see. From my house, there's a mountain range that's pretty good distance away. The thing I want to do is expand my vision from being myopic and looking at only what's directly in front of me to seeing the bigger picture, literally the bigger picture. And I have done that exercise for a little while. I'm not even sure where I picked that up, but it's really helpful because when things start to get rough and I feel like the world is closing in on me, visually that ends up feeling like I'm looking at what's right in front of me and that's it. That's as much as I can focus on right now. And that makes me persevere over that problem or those series of problems. So when I zoom out and take a much bigger view of the world itself and my tiny little part in it, that tends to alleviate some of the stress that I feel when something is not going as planned. So it works for small things. It works for really big things. It's probably an acquired skill. I can't imagine when I first started doing it that it worked every time and solved all my problems. And for that matter, it doesn't, right? It doesn't alleviate or fix the problem that's making me feel that way. It alleviates the immediate feeling that I have of my world closing in and everything being small and me being the center of everything. As soon as I go outside and look at that mountain range, I realize how small I am in comparison to everything around me, and it makes my problems seem much, much smaller by comparison too. So just a little trick, help you through some tough times. Zoom out, go outside and look as far away as possible, or in the nighttime side, go out and stare at the stars, and just realize the enormity of the world around you and what a small little part of that you actually play. And by comparison to that, how small of a thing that you're probably dealing with that just needs to be reframed a little bit. Obviously, there's some very serious things that happen in life, but I have found over the years that the really serious stuff those things are few and far between. A lot of it is an accumulation of stress and anxiety, and then one little thing is sort of like the straw that breaks the camel's back, and now all of a sudden I feel overwhelmed, when the reality is it's a whole bunch of small things that some of them will take care of themselves, some of them are easily solved, some of them aren't even worth worrying about. So zoom out, get a different perspective physically, and that'll help you emotionally and mentally deal with whatever it is that's bugging you at that time. As always, if I can help with something, reach out to me through my darrenchatter.com website, or reach out to me on LinkedIn at Darren Chatter as well. While you're here on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, and of course share these videos with anyone else you think would benefit from some of my thoughts and stories that I like to share. I wish you luck in your endeavors. Thanks.